The soup lines in America today are bigger than they ever were in the Depression. You just don't see it because now it's a little credit card. It's not food stamps anymore. It's a credit card so that those who can't feed themselves by working all day show that, okay, we don't want to discriminate. We want you to feel like everyone else and have your own credit card. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost there at this time. Wood, hay, and stubble, that's what is in this world. Yeshua said, do not love the world, neither the things that are in the world, in the system. They're all going to pass away. Now, chapter 6, verse 5. When Yeshua stripped the third seal, I heard the third beast shout, go! And I saw a black horse. He who sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Then I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts cry out, a measure of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 measures of barley for a day's wages. But see that you do not harm the oil and the wine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is planned economic collapse. Planned economic collapse. It will take a denarius. I believe in King James it says a penny, a measure of wheat for a penny. Well, the word penny is denarius, which is a day's wages. You will work all day long, and what you will be able to do is buy enough food for that day. But yet, the oil and the wine, that which the wealthy have, that's not going to diminish. And wait, do not think that you are the wealthy. Right now is like the golden age of wine in the world. You go into any grocery store and the selection of wines from around the world is more abundant than it was in the centers of wine in France and in California and Italy just a couple of decades ago. This is the golden age of wine. But this wine that it's talking about, this is not for you. It is not even for the senators and congressmen that sold their soul to the Obama socialist plan, thinking that they're going to get out of it. They're thinking that, they're going to have the money, that they're not going to have the same health care system. Oh, that's for a short amount of time, because you are not really the ruling elite out there, senators and congressmen. You're just pawns. You're being used. Obama's not even a ruling elite. This guy, all they have to do is, if he steps out of line, is really pull his real birth certificate. That's all they have to do. All these lawsuits all over America to keep anyone from in all these states who have challenged this, and all these lawsuits to keep it all undercover, and even the one thing he produced was shown to be a fraud. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this man, it can be taken out in a second. But see, this is the kind of pawn that is being used by the Almighty right now. He is exactly what the American people deserve. He's not the king that they really wanted. They wanted change, but they wanted change for the better. They didn't want a totalitarian socialist government. They didn't want somebody that would hold the entire American population hostage while he got his socialist disease reform plan put through that was going to break the back of the economy and break the back of every American family. Yeah, he's just playing the game, people. This is what he's supposed to do. It's not going to be finished until you work from morning until night and you can barely feed your family. You better not have too many people in your family because, it's going to take a day's wage just for a measure of wheat. The poor man's grain. Well, the poor man's food is barley. That's why it'll take 3 measures for that. How many people in your family? It's going to take a measure for each person. How many people are going to have to work? Well, it's no longer just the man of the house. The wife is going to have to work too, because if she wants to eat wheat, if she wants to eat and her husband eat, then they are in that, wheat. Wow. We're going to have enough wheat to eat for the day. So both of them are going to have to go to work. If they got children, they're not going to be able to afford the wheat. They're going to have to go for the barley, but both of them are going to have to work all day just to have enough to feed one child. What if you've got more than one child? I'll tell you, you're going to then be on the rolls of the soup lines. The soup lines in America today are bigger than they ever were in the Depression. You just don't see it because now it's a little credit card. It's not food stamps anymore. It's a credit card so that those who can't feed themselves by working all day show that, okay, we don't want to discriminate. We want you to feel like everyone else and have your own credit card. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost there at this time. But do not harm the oil and the wine. That tells us that this whole thing is manufactured. So it's not manufactured by the congressmen and the senators and even by the president. They're just doing what they're paid off to do. It's those who run the world banks. And we're going to see this in James. It all goodbye. Senators and congressmen, all those who sold out, there's got to be a special place in hell for you. Well, not really. I mean, hell is just the grave. You don't get a special place there. At the judgment of the Almighty, where Yeshua judges, and he judges righteously because he bears the weight of judgment. And we're going to see in the book of the Revelation, the souls of the saints who cry out from under the altar, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, do you not avenge our blood? Because they have taken us, they have killed us, they have abused us, they have used us." And he says, you rest just a little while longer. Just a little while longer. Shalom, Torah fans. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Tap the subscription button and the bell icon. And I promise to update weekly with in-depth biblical research. Be sure to download the new michaelrood.tv app for both mobile and home devices for even more commercial-free content.